Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Chimere Nicole. Welcome. Today I'm going to show you how I transformed my latest wig. If you guys haven't seen my recent videos, I have a video showing you how I created this particular wig, how I customize it. Now, it looks a little bit different from when I first made it. This unit was actually curly. I am wearing hair by Her Hair Company. I have a lace frontal and I also have 3 bundles of Brazilian curly hair in 24 inches. So I decided I wanted to give it a little bit of a transformation. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep this hair straight. I actually love it curly, but I just wanted to see how well it was straightened. And like I said, I wanted to add a touch of color for the summertime. So I decided to color and straighten this hair. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, keep on watching. So to start the color, we're going to be creating a small subsection at the top of the head. Now this is going to be about 5 inches in width. I'm not going to be coloring too much of the hair because I wanted to be just a little bit of color on the top and in the front. So this is the section. Now because I am going to be using high lift color, I don't want to bleach the entire head. I'm not sure how it's going to behave with bleaching, so I'm just going to do the top. But I do know now that this hair takes very well to high lift color and bleach. So to bleach this hair, I'm going to be actually applying a little bit of water. I'm not going to thoroughly saturate it. This is just going to help me to detangle and also make applying the color and stuff later on, hey, a little bit easier. Now when you start to apply your bleaching mixture, make sure of course the hair is detangled. And I like to take sections that are extremely thin, so they're less than a ½ inch in width, extremely thin, like you can also see through the hair. And then I'm going to apply the bleaching mixture directly to the hair. All of the products I'm going to be using will be listed in the description box, so if you have any questions regarding what I'm using, make sure you check that out below. So I'm going to be painting on the bleach. I'm not going to brush it on because I'm using the comb and I'm turning it on its side to make sure that each strand is thoroughly saturated. I'm going for a ombre effect, and then I'm going to be adding a couple little highlights in the back as well. So I'm going to continue this process all over the hair that I already sectioned out, making sure that it is detangled, and then we're going to let this bleach sit for about 20 minutes. So by the time I got to the front of the head, I noticed that I mixed a little too much bleach. So I decided to go back and I wanted to use all of the bleaching mixture. I didn't want to waste. So I created another small subsection in the back, and I'm just going to freehand a couple of highlights. Now this is not going to be ombre. These are actually going to be highlighted pieces. And what I'm doing here is taking a little bit of the foil and wrapping it around the rest of my hair because I don't want any of the highlighting mixture to touch that. So we're just going to cover that up, and then I'm going to go ahead and saturate it like I did before, detangle with my fingers, and I'm going to freehand this next step. So we're going to apply our bleach the same way we did before in really thin sections, but this time I'm going to take this bleaching mixture up the hair shaft all the way. So it's not going to be even. Some pieces will have blonde on the bottom as an ombre, and then some pieces of hair will be a full-blown highlight. And I wanted to do this so that when my hair is curly, you can kind of see small touches of color here and there, but I didn't want everything to be so uniform. Now, you have to make sure that your sections are really thin. You don't want it to be too chunky. And I'm just going to do this until I use all of the bleaching mixture that I mixed. I don't want to waste anything. And I'm going to continue to do this all throughout the back of the head. I'm going to let this process again for another 15 minutes, and then we're going to rinse out. Now this is the hair after it has been processed, and you can kind of see some touches of orange, and I really don't want that. I'm going for a honey kind of wheat blonde and not necessarily like orange. So I'm going to be toning the hair. Again, I'll have the toner that I'm using listed in the description box, and you can also see that I'm taking some of the toner and I'm going above the bleached hair, and this is so it doesn't create a line of demarcation. This is going to process for 10 minutes. I'm going to rinse it out and let it air dry. Okay guys, so this is the finished result. Now disregard the hair being frizzy. I was actually just playing with it for about 15-20 minutes, and as you guys know, curly hair gets real big. So I'm loving the way that the color came out, but I decided I wanted to try and flat iron it just to see how well this hair would flat iron. I typically don't flat iron curly hair, but I decided, hey, let's go for it. We already colored it, let's just make it straight. So now you can actually see when the hair is a little more straight, the toner. So you see the blonde at the bottom, and then you see some subtle hints of brown when you go up the hair shaft. And that's also one of the reasons I like to tone hair using hair color, because you don't have that line of demarcation, and it makes the ombre effect blend seamlessly with the hair that's not color. So I'm going to continue to flat iron this hair. Make sure you have a really good detangling brush because you don't want to cause any breakage. And I'm going to go through this using the brush. It just makes it a little bit faster versus using a comb, because you're able to straighten more hair at one time. And I also wanted to mention my flat iron is not high at all. I believe I have it on 375, and my flat iron goes up to 450. When you're straightening curly hair just like your own natural hair, you don't want to cause breakage, and I want my curls to revert back. So I'm just going to keep my flat iron on low setting, and I'm going to finish. Now I must say the hair color came out exactly the way I pictured it. I wanted a honey wheat blonde, and that's exactly what I got. But I want to ask you guys your opinion. What do you guys think? Do you like this hair curly, or do you prefer it straight? Let me know in the comment section. So that's how everything looks when it's straightened. Again, I'm loving how the color feels. The hair still is very soft, and it does have shine to it. I didn't apply any products. And again, this hair is in 24 inches, so it is quite long. And that's basically it, guys. So overall, I actually love how the color came out. I actually prefer it when it's actually curly. It looks like I've just been touched with a little bit of highlights, a little bit of sun, and it just gives me that bronzy look that I was going for. I do also like the way that the hair is straightened, but it reminds me of our natural hair. Like, I feel like if you straighten it too much, it might loosen the curl pattern, and I really didn't want to do that. So I kind of tried to go through the hair maybe once or twice when I was straightening it. So I don't really want to keep this straight. I just wanted to see if it would get straight and if it would stay straight. And I actually like how it feels. It feels kind of like my natural hair, but I'm definitely going to add some water to this and curl it right back up. But for the purpose of today's video, I think it looks really, really good. You guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think. If you prefer it straight, or if you prefer it curly. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. I am at Chimere Nicole on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And I will see you guys in the next video.